my daughter taking over. Me and my daddy taking over.
That's Chance the Rapper. He's not only a huge music star, but also a philanthropist. The 24 years old, 24 he is, broke records as an independent artist when his mixtape Coloring Book hit the charts with more than 57 million streams in just 1 week. Wow. Well, the star has certainly stayed grounded on his road to success. He founded Social Works in his hometown of Chicago. The goal of his nonprofit is to inspire creativity in young people, and that's exactly what he's doing through Open Mic. The program gives students the opportunity to focus on their talents. We went to Chicago recently to catch up with the Grammy Award-winning artist. It's been a year since you took home 3 Grammys. You remember that night?
I do.
What do you remember?
I remember being nervous. I remember...
what were you nervous about?
Losing mainly.
And the Grammy goes to Chance the Rapper!
I was in a room full of people that I admired since I was young. My family was there, my friends were there. I was just happy to have gotten to that point.
I got my city doing front flips.
After getting to that point, Chance the Rapper didn't hesitate to bring his success back home to Chicago. He donated $1 million to public schools, and his organization, Social Works, raised an extra $2.2 million. It's an investment in Chicago's future.
For my real fans.
I live on the South Side, you know. A lot of people know Chicago geographically is the most segregated city in America. And so I've lived around black people my whole time growing up, but when I got to high school, I got to go to a school downtown with, you know, nicer facilities.
You noticed the difference.
Yeah, I felt the difference, and I think it wasn't just that Chicago public schools don't have enough money, it's how the money gets spent and the funding formulas for our school district and all school districts in America.
What's been the highlight for you in the past year of what you've managed to do?
Probably this open mic thing.
Welcome to the 3rd anniversary of Open Mic!
Chance's organization started Open Mic to give students an outlet to express themselves freely.
I'm socially awkward, but I'm an awesome texter, and if I ever get a girlfriend, I promise I'll respect her.
No sunshine when she's gone.
The only requirement, a high school ID, and the courage to perform for 3 minutes on stage.
And then I hear this voice inside. Ave Maria.
Whether it's dance or sing or rap, or I've had kids come up and do stand-up. I had a kid do a fashion show, eat a taco.
Eat a taco?
Yeah, whatever they want to do in that 3 minutes of space, as long as it's respectful, they get a moment, and I think it's been transforming for a lot of different kids.
This is all practice. So as long as you look at it like that, you can't fail up here.
It was performing at open mics that helped launch Chance's career. He remains an independent artist with no plans to sign with a record label.
One more label try to stop me.
His critically acclaimed mixtape Coloring Book would break boundaries. It debuted exclusively through Apple. The project made the Billboard Top 10 Albums chart with streaming plays only.
My thought process is, if I'm going to give them the music away for free, there's a strong chance they'll take it and a slight chance that they'll listen to it. If I'm selling it to them, and they have a choice between my music and a Happy Meal, they're gonna choose the Happy Meal. They're gonna spend their money on something that they know they wanna consume.
Yeah.
And then but I need consumers, right? But also I just wanted people to notice that, you know, there was something that was being created that no one other than the face of it had control over it.
Magnify, magnify, lift it on high.
They've described your music as hip-hop, soul, R&B, with a little bit of gospel.
The type of worship made Jesus come back a day early.
Most people don't put hip-hop and gospel music together. They don't.
No.
So what'd you see?
I would never say that I'm making gospel music, but I love God, I love Jesus, and I'm super cool with saying that.
Glory be to God.
Chance also credits his parents for teaching him principles that have kept him grounded, though he admits he and his dad haven't always seen eye to eye.
He ended up kicking me out for a little while because I didn't go to school. Obviously, I didn't go to college. We were on bad terms. And then the thing that kind of turned it all around was one of my friends passed away, and who was young, and my dad didn't want to, you know, be in a strained situation with me.
There's a song on your album called Everything's Good.
I am very, very proud. Just keep doing what you're doing, okay?
Thank you. Love you.
I love that we hear your dad's voice saying that he's proud of you. What does that mean to you?
My dad calls me at least 3 times a week to just say, hey, I don't wanna stop you. I know you're out doing something, but I love you and I'm proud of you. Even though he was strict, even though he was old school, even though, you know, we butted heads on a lot of things, my dad never didn't tell me he was proud of me.
Today, Chance is a proud parent himself. His 2-year-old daughter, Kensley, is an inspiration not only to his life, but to his music.
My life used to be a whole bunch of little dots on a timeline, and then like after I had Kensley, it was like all of that became one dot. And it's like my new life is, you know, so much better and so much more eventful and like purposed. The title Coloring Book came to me because I felt like I was relearning a lot of things through her.
You describe Kanye and Dave Chappelle actually as mentors of yours.
Those are my 2 guys. That's who I call first. Kanye, to me, is the confidence I always wanted to have. He, you know, always knew who he was and what he wanted to do. And Dave is just all the things that my parents instilled in me is what he exemplifies at all times. He is integrity personified. He is, I don't care how much money you have, you can't have me personified.
I said, hey, Ma.
I want to talk about your mom for a second. Is there something that she says to you that makes you the person that you are today?
I remember my mom she still asks me all the time if I'm a good person. And
did you know the answer?
I didn't for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure at this point that I'm a good person. It's not because of things that I do, it's how I feel.
I just love him. I love that he's 24 years old. As he points out, he'll be 25 in April, but he's so young to be so poised and so thoughtful. When he won his first Grammy and the governor reached out and said, Chance, congratulations on your Grammy, he said, great, thank you for your congratulations. Let's sit down and talk about the school budget.
Yeah.
That's how dedicated he is. And that 3 on his hat, people always wonder, stands for the Holy Trinity, the 3 members of his family, his girlfriend, his lovely daughter, and he's got 3 mixtapes working on a 4th.